for your Lady Devils. And one forward, number 5, Emily Stiles. At guard, number 12, Lindsay Hicks. At the other guard, number 20, Gabby Jones. At the other forward, number 23, Taylor Medley. And at center, number 25, Lydia Sale.
Pull that around that really right.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the main event.
Hello again, everyone. Toby Burrell here with you for another night of Lady Devil basketball. Joining me tonight is Tammy Burns. Tammy, we've got a Robbinsville team coming in.
I know a little bit about Robbinsville.
Yes, you do. And we're underway from Swain County High School. The Black Knights control the tip, and they go into the front court looking to score right away into the pivot. Knocked away by Sale.
Good no call.
Now Swain sets their offense. Medlin on the outside, dogged by Walsh. Hicks with the ball up top. Now they reset with Medlin. Nothing happening. And Medlin will fire away from long distance at a 3 and misses. Here come the Knights. That's Aaron Manley. If that name sounds familiar, it should. We know a couple of Manleys around here.
Correct. Yeah, she went to Andrews and transferred, I think, when she was in the 8th grade.
Yep, that would be Frank and Steve's niece.
Yes.
And another steal by the Lady Devils. We're knotted at 0. Robbinsville coming in with an 8-5 overall mark, 4-2 in Smoky Mountain Conference play. Now the Devils look, and there's a turnover by Medlin, and here come Manley and the Black Knights down the court. Manley all the way to the hole, blocked by Sale, foul called underneath, and we'll have free throws on that one for Aaron Manley. Manley, a junior now, listed as a point guard for these Black Knights, but they have several point guards listed. So she has a chance to put the Knights on the board first. Her free throw, first one, is up and off. So we remain scoreless here from Swain High School.
Why I know so much about Robbinsville, if those that might not know, that I was born and raised there. Played basketball, softball, and could have played volleyball.
And you readily admit that.
You know, you have to where you come from, you know.
But you've overcome that.
I've been over here 35 years now.
You've overcome it. 3-pointer on the way, and it's off the mark.
My brother still doesn't understand.
The Black Knights still looking to get on the board, and there's another foul on the Devils. The first one on Sale. This one looks to be on Stiles.
Stiles, number 5.
So right away, the post players picking up fouls at a rapid pace. That'll put Katie Walsh on the line for a pair. And she's off the mark. So she'll get a second one. We're at 6:48 in the first. 0-0 still your score. That shot is off. Sale tips it to herself and comes away with it. So Sale with a defensive rebound. Hicks into the front court. Crossover dribble. Jones fumbles it out of bounds, and the Lady Devils have had 4 possessions thus far and they're only able to squeeze off 1 shot.
That's a problem.
That is a problem, and this Robbinsville team is not the Robbinsville teams of the past where they pressure, and eventually force turnovers. They are not that team.
Right. They're pretty young. I think they have 1 starting senior.
That would be number 12, Cole, and Brooms.
Oh, it's Broom also? Okay.
She's also, and we've got another turnover. Is this going to stay?
Nope,
It'll
it's
be
against
Robbinsville
us.
ball. So 5 possessions, 1 shot, and it was a deep 3 by Medlin, which is not the ideal situation, although Taylor has that kind of range.
She does lead in threes by she's had 23 on the season, and she didn't start for.
She missed the team's first 2 games, I believe it was.
Ineligible until
due to her having to sit out 365 after transferring. That's
December 10th, I think, is when she came back.
High School Athletic Association rules. That's inside to the basket. Off the mark again. Sale jumped way too soon. Walsh with a rebound, and Sale will pick up her second foul, which if you are familiar to Maroon Devil basketball, you will know that that's not a big deal for Swain, except that they're trying to get a sub in. And here comes Taylor Schuler into the lineup as Coach Nathan Medlin rotates post players quite a bit. So they've all seen a lot of playing time. Walsh pinned Stiles underneath, and they kick it outside to Orr, who goes hard to the basket, misses the shot, and Medlin comes out of there with a rebound. So as good a start as you could actually hope for. Jones with a 3.
Another long one.
Rush 3. Stiles with an offensive rebound, but cannot hold on to it as it's thrown away, trying to get it back out front to Hicks. And so the score is still 0-0. Clock still running. No one
We've had 3 fouls.
Seemed to care about that. So yeah, the Knights with the ball. They work it on the perimeter. Manley looks down low. They got a high and low post going on. Cole, and that's Walsh. Check that. Orr with the ball now. Orr attempts a 3 from way out there. It's off the mark. And that will be Swain basketball. So again, Swain with another opportunity. This is the first chance that the Knights have had to apply that patented full court pressure they love to run.
They're scrappy, very scrappy.
They have been known to harass point guards into next week.
And we have a freshman starting as point guard, Lindsey Hicks.
And she steps out of bounds.
Can't dribble through this press. You have got to pass.
This is more the Hayesville type press rather than the Cherokee of fans who've watched our teams this year. Cherokee. That's got to be a charge. Nice job, Emily.
Yes,
that would have been her
Emily.
second.
Still 0-0 with 5 minutes, 7 seconds left.
As I said, the longer it goes, the more confident the Lady Devils have got to become. And I don't think Coach Nathan Medlin could have drawn up a better start other than maybe making a couple of baskets.
I'd go long. Just throw it down the court.
The taller Jones, and she backs her way into the corner, throws it to Medlin, kicks it ahead to Hicks, and that's the thing. You've got to survive Robbinsville's hands. They will have hands all over you the whole night long. And if it's not called, then it's going to be a long night. That's kicked inside, pulled out of there by Stiles. Stiles harassed now to Medlin. Medlin looking up court and moves into the front court, goes off the dribble against just checked into the game, Paige Collins, and we get yet another Lady Devil turnover. I have not tracked those. I probably should have.
I'd
that
say
seems
about
to
6.
be the story of the game
6
so
or 7,
far.
7 or 8 maybe.
Coach Nathan Medlin has seen enough. He's got a timeout to talk to his troops, most certainly about hanging on to the basketball and not turning it over. As we said, that has been the bugaboo in this game for these Lady Devils.
We have got to keep possession when we get possession.
And I would say it's in our best interest to work our offense and be patient and run a little clock here and see if we can score the basketball.
Right.
Swain averaging right at 32 points a game, so points have not come easily for this Lady Devil squad all season long. They don't have that score that they had last year in T-Show.
T-Show, right.
They are without that. Taylor Medlin leads the team with 8, but Gabby Jones is next with 7. So, again, not a ton of scoring out of these two, and it looks like that's sort of similar to Robbinsville. A walk by Manley, she gets it off inside position in there. That's got to be a walk.
Walking, good job, good
and
call.
That's on Collins, who checked into the ball game, and we still have no score. And I'm with you. I think Swain's going to have to throw it to the middle of the court. And again, we didn't get the ball in bounds with another turnover. And so Swain will have their back against the wall again. And I don't know how much the Swain defense can continue to keep them off the board. That was a walk, no call. Manley improves her position, skips through the lane, lays it up and in.
First 2.
And so the Knights are on the board. And there we go, throwing it a little bit longer.
They're going to have to go long because they're just one player back long, and we have 2 back here.
And there's a foul on Cole. It'll be the first on the Knights. No, it's the second
Second
on the
one.
night. So now Swain will set their offense. Stiles looks to set a screen for Hicks. It is of no avail. Hicks lays it for Medlin. Medlin can't get there, and we've got a foul on Medlin. And so, again, sloppy basketball. And, you know, Tammy, one of the factors I believe in this, as a coach myself, I know it's difficult. Neither of these teams were in school today.
Right.
Both were out of school, and that really hurts tempo and
you're sluggish
your
more than if
approach
you,
to the game
right.
a lot, more than what most people think. And there's a basket by Collins, and she gets a three-point play attempt as the foul is called on Medlin. Was it Medlin? Brown and Jones into the game. It was Medlin. That'll be her
That's second.
So Sale and Medlin with two fouls each. But what I was going to say about that not being in school is I believe it's more of an effect on a young team like Swain than it is on a more veteran team than it is with the Knights. So they have the trap beaten as long as they don't panic right here and turn it over.
It's like, oh no, I've got the ball, let's throw it.
Sheila with a good pump fake to the baseline and a fumbled out of bounds for yet another turnover on the Lady Devils, whose turnovers are piling up quickly here in this game.
I'd say we have 10 at least.
Oh, yeah, at least. 5-0 the score at the 3:30 mark. I think if you take the turnovers away, anybody associated with Swain would be tickled to death with the score.
Right.
And there's a basket by Kinsley Orr who gets things started for Swain, and out ahead to Schuler. Schuler finds Hicks cross court. Now Hicks improves her position going to her right, and we've got an overload to the right-hand side, and a little bit of confusion on the Swain offense as to what they're running. And at some point, that's going to break down.
They're going to call a jump ball.
Count.
Yeah.
And the offense just totally stagnant on that play, standing still with. I don't know what if they were confused about what they were running or just didn't run it. Manley misses a three. That'll be out of bounds, but the unfortunate problem is Swain has to inbound it against the Black Knights' pressure.
They're vulnerable with long passes in this press. If they can.
Just like that.
Right. Oh, right there it is.
Right there it is. Brown underneath, blocked. Tough break by Brooklyn Brown, and here come the Black Knights going the other way. They've got a fast break going into a shot. It rolls around and off. Schuler
Good rebound. Good rebound.
And here come the Lady Devils, meddling into the front court now. And there's a foul. Good call. That's Black Knight basketball, though. That's the way they like to play. They want to reach in there, be active with the hands. If they get a foul call, it's okay, although their bench not as deep as it has been in years past.
Not
with
at
only
all.
4 subs, so they can't afford to rack up those massive amounts of foul trouble that they willingly took in the past. And you're not going to beat Erin Manley on that play. That's just too much of a foot race right there that she's going to win every time. And Schuler with an intentional shoulder block there, offensive foul, and that will turn the ball back over. And
They're going to be on a 1-and-1 here
shortly.
What is it
Yeah,
now?
it's 6 to 3. Manley with another corner jumper, and she's got that one down. So Erin Manley now with 7 of the Black Knights' 11. They kick it ahead to Schuler. She fights through it, dribbles across half court, breaks the pressure, kicks it back to Hicks. Now let's see if we can set an offense. Nope. Hicks has it stolen by Brooms, and Brooms goes in and lays it in left-handed. So Daly Brooms on the board. And now Hicks with the ball into the front court. Over to Jones to set the offense. Let's see what they run. Again, everybody kind of standing still waiting.
How many shots have we had? 3,
I think
4?
we've only taken 3.
I know 2 threes and then underneath.
Medlin and Jones each attempted a 3, and Brooklyn.
You got to move.
Brooklyn Brown had a inside shot that was blocked.
Right.
And now Medlin's got another shot. Manley beats him back down. And Manley,
beautiful pass.
And a timeout called by Coach Nathan Medlin with 1:13 left, and that was Manley's 9th point already in this game, and it's 15-0. Jones will throw it in. You got to be careful with that pass. Here comes Jones into the front court. Switches back over to her left hand. Hicks and Medlin.
That's the best we've done since we've.
Yeah, Hicks and Medlin both out of the ball game right now. They have been primary ball handlers, and there's a foul. You're going to get some of that along the way because, again, Robbinsville plays with active hands. They want to be in the passing lane. They want to get their hands on the ball. They want to harass you. It's the way they play. Back into the game will be Paige Collins. Checking out is Walsh, Katie Walsh. Into Schuler. Schuler has it stripped, and the Lady Devils come away without a shot again. Into the front court, underneath, and Jones Lane, rather, all over the foul on that one of Daly Brooms.
Their coach, Ellie, married to Caleb King, one of our alumni from Swain County.
I believe it's Earl King, isn't it?
Earl, that's right.
Brooms' first free throw is off. She'll get a second one here with the Knights up 15-0. There's 49 seconds left in this first period of play, and the Lady Devils have struggled offensively, and that's probably an understatement of the night.
It is amazing. It's just 16-0. Toby.
You're right. It is amazing. Jones takes off and loses the ball, and the Knights do what they do best.
But the first period's not over yet.
As you could see in the early going, when they weren't making shots, when we forced them into a half-court offense, they struggled.
Right.
Badly. But since they've been able to make a basket and get into the press, their offense has taken off.
Right. Well, that is their offense.
Exactly. Inside, double team, kick back out.
When they have to set up in their offense, they don't do, well, I just said that, and then they took it right to us.
And that's Brooms again, and she is fouled inside by Schuler, which is her second. And Brooms will go to the line for another attempt at a conventional three-point play here with a score 18-0 in favor of Robbinsville. So the basket was good. Check that. It's 20 with the basket. And now Brooms will have a chance to add to the Black Knight lead. She is one of their seniors. And that one's off the back iron. And, of course, hopped out to the Knights, but Gabby Lane able to corral that, bring it up court. Now she will set the offense. Bounce pass cross court, not a very good percentage pass. And now here comes Brooms, beats the defense down, and Jones comes out of there with it, and that's going to take us through the first with the Black Knights up 20-0 over the Lady Devils. So we'll take a break. We'll be right back. So we're ready for the game's second 8-minute period, and let's see if it's any kinder to our Lady Devils than the first one was. Plagued by a ton of turnovers.
Hicks and Medlin check back into the lineup.
And here comes Hicks off a screen, a low bounce pass. And again, a turnover. I'm going to start tracking those. That is the story of the game, really.
You can put a dozen down there. And
yeah, I think we can start at 10 at least. And the problem for the Lady Devils is most of those were unforced mistakes. Styles back into the game, and Medlin comes out of there with it. And into the front court comes Hicks. And again, I'm not real sure what they're running offensively. Long passes are not the way to go, though. Here
no
comes,
movement much on offense. Oh,
there's Styles with a block.
got by with one. All right, we were open court. Come on, Lindsay. Ooh.
And we get a chance at the free throw line for that one.
2-shot foul. Is it 7-4? Is that the?
Yes, foul situation it is. So Jones will shoot a pair of free throws to try to
break that goose egg.
Yeah, get on the board for the Lady Devils.
There
Her
it
first
goes.
one is good, and now the cap's off, ladies. Let's make a few more.
Usually second period's our worst period. Maybe the first is, and we're going to move uphill now. The last few games that I've seen.
That one's off the back iron, and the other way comes Haven Buckle.
And the scorer gave the point to Robbinsville.
Well,
instead of us.
Paul's used to scoring that one that way, so he'll get there. And there's Manley with a running start again. We've got a foul underneath, and if that's on Taylor Medlin, that's going to be a huge foul right there. Let's see who it is on. Adriana Kaler up off the bench.
Gabby.
It's going to be on Lane. That's her second. So So Manley will shoot 1-1 for now. Kaler in for Lane, who, as we just reported, 2 fouls. Manley missed her first 2 free throws of the night, and she misses another one, but unfortunately it goes out off of the Black Knights as we're unable to box them out. Into the game, back into the game, I should say, is Madison Cole. She's checking in for Taryn Anderson, who is in the game for the Knights.
Everybody on their bench plays.
Well,
all 4.
it's a thin bench,
Right.
and they need everybody they can get with the style that they play.
Right.
Hicks looking for a screen. She gets it, stop and pop on its way off the back iron. Jones fights for it, can't get it. Manley comes out of there with it. She's in a dead sprint looking up court. She finds Garland, who's fresh into the game, kicked over to Buckle. And back to Manley. She puts it on the floor, can't beat Jones with it. Now here comes Buckle. Back to Manley. And again, this time we forced them into a half-court offense. And that has not been very kind to them thus far in this game. And another turnover. So once we can force them into a half-court set, we do pretty well.
Right. I always told my girls, if you can, there's no way you can beat a pass dribbling. You can dribble, but passing is so much quicker, and the best way to beat a press or anything else.
Kaler for a wing jumper. It hits back iron and is off.
No, don't foul. Both of them have 2.
And that one's ahead and out of bounds again.
All right. Robbinsville, we may need to keep their turnovers. That's 2 in a row right there.
Well, as long as we don't turn it over and give them layups, we're in good shape.
All right. That's what most of their 20 points came from.
Hicks dribbles it, stops to Kaler on the wing. She goes cross court to Jones. Fortunately, Jones's height makes it easier. Now we get it cross court and beat the clock. Again to Kaler. She thinks about it, pump fakes, and proves herself. Now looks, finds Medlin. Medlin on the drive, goes all the way to the hole, and we've got a foul on the floor.
Girls are playing much better in this quarter, I think.
Yeah, well, it's we've scored. That helps. We've not had to face the intensity of the pressure. That helps. Kaler again fakes it off the glass, and AD
pretty play.
is up and in. So Adriana Kaler with a bucket puts the Lady Devils at 3, and we've outscored them 3-0 in the second. The Black Knights working around the perimeter, looking to get Manley inside, and there's a 3 by Orr. And Hicks grabs the pass and dribbles straight into the corner where they want her to go, and there's a foul on Stiles, or Jones won. Stiles, and that'll be her second. And it's going to send Cole, I believe that is, to the free throw line. We've got a bevy of subs at the scorers table set to check in. That one's good by Cole. There'll be Sale for Stiles, and that's Jones for Hicks on the Swain side. Cole with the second one on the way, makes it. And no pressure by the Knights, and Swain brings it into the front court. Kaler calls the play and again picks up her dribble way out front. And there's another reach in, this one on Manley. Shouldn't be anywhere, well, it'll be 6, so Swain will still inbound the ball. No, we're in 1-1, check that. So Jones will go back to the line.
I think we have 10 fouls to their 7, is that correct?
So Jones will shoot 1-1 here, and she is 1 of 2 from the free throw line. And she makes the first. And we'll get a second.
If we could just erase that first quarter, it'd be 5-4 right now.
Exactly. And that one rattles
5-5.
And into the front court will be Cole, looking to penetrate. She stops, kicks it to Manley on the wing. Manley dribble to improve. Back up top, and they work the top of the Swain zone. Working the high post is Paige Collins, and the low post is Daly Brooms. That one's off the front end, and Kaler boxes out, gets it across front court, and now tries to set an offense. Picks up her dribble, and this is where trouble ensues if you're not careful. Hands it off to Jones. Jones trying to go off the sail screen, It's up and off. Trying to hit the boards is Gabby Jones. She hits the deck instead, and now the Knights have big-time numbers, and Brooms lays that one in.
They do very well on the fast break. They fill the lanes, and they've gotten probably half their points off of that right there.
Well, we've said it. We've hit the nail on the head. They are not very good in a half-court set, but we've not done much to put them in a half-court set.
Right.
Swain is really trying hard to run a flex offense, but it's just not they're not setting good enough screens for that to be very effective at all.
No.
There's a shot from the corner, and that one's down by Orr, who now has 7. Kaler hands it off to Jones, and now they are going to set the offense. Trying to motion Sale through, and here comes the down screen, but Robbinsville beats them to the down screen. Medlin all the way across the defense. That was off the iron.
All right, good job.
Oh, my
man.
goodness, are you kidding me? And here comes Robbinsville racing into the front court. Manley working the baseline, goes to the corner. Now Brooms inside, and that's Collins up and off, and Sale with the rebound. So here comes
3 seconds isn't a thing in the game much anymore. You know that? When I played, you had to really get in and out of the paint.
Yeah. You only see it called a handful of times.
Right. I mean, she camped out in there. That should be over the back. That's a good job. Good job, Lydia. Good rebound and good put up.
Sale now with 4 rebounds to go along with that basket. So it's 29-9 in favor of the Knights with 2:30 left. And there goes nobody on the backside block, and that's a killer there.
Backside rebounds kill you. You have got to box out
breaks
backside.
that one in. 2:20 left, and Coach Nathan Medlin is going to take a timeout. His troops look tired. And so they probably had a good idea, but Swain, it was a surprise. So what that means to me is that the players didn't have a chance to stay up all night.
Right.
You know, one of those deals.
Good scrap. Good
so we
scrapping.
got a jump ball, and Sale lost it, fumbled it away, and then we were able to pick it back up. Since I've tracked it, that's only the 4th Swain turnover, which is considerably less than the first quarter. Where
the second period, the score's 11-9.
You and I speculated really that there's a dozen at least turnovers in that.
Easy.
I'm not sure. That's a good block there.
Very good block. Good no call by the referee also.
Medlin does lead the team in block shots, and it's surprising because she's not exceptionally tall, only about 5'6", but she has great timing and very, very good hands. They try to find her on the wing now. Hicks with a short look at it. Now they got to space the floor a little better. There's Medlin over in the corner. She thought about it. Dribble penetrates, and now they back off of her, so she'll go ahead and take it. Sale rakes that one off. Brown can't track it down. He's fresh in the game, and Walsh comes away with it with a minute 20. And again, a layup inside where they're beating our zone back, and that's Manley off a good pass from Katie Walsh, and it's 32-9.
That's picture basketball right there. That's how it is played at its best, when you can beat the defense for a easy basket underneath.
That was tipped out of bounds off of Manley. Bounce pass may have been a little better suited for that particular one, and now Hicks will inbound. 1 minute and 5 seconds remaining in your first half. Lady Devils a 9-point quarter so far. Kick to the corner to Hicks. She dribbles, penetrates back to Medlin. Medlin's got a clean look. Go down, please. No. Brown fights for it, but can't get it. She fouls Kinsley Orr, and Orr will go to the line, where the Knights are now shooting 2 free throws for every foul. And she'll have a chance to extend, and it'll be her first trip to the line tonight. She has 7 points overall. First one on its way, and it's off. So into the lineup for Robbinsville will be Maddie Garland, and waiting at the scores table is Haven Buckle. And here comes Annie Hyatt in for Swain.
I'm really surprised that Robbinsville has only 9 players. That surprises me.
It does me too, but I have heard that they have a very, very good JV girls team. I don't know if that's true or not. So maybe some reluctance there to
bring some
of them up and break up that team. And they may have some injuries. I don't see anyone injured sitting down there with them, but they may have some injuries.
There's 4 seniors on the team.
Jones for 3. It's off, but Hyatt races to the block, but can't hold on to the rebound. Now Stiles feigns reaching in instead of getting back, and now they have numbers and a wild shot. Jones fights for it over there, and it'll be off of her. And into the game comes Buckle for Orr. And now Robbinsville inbound, 31.5 seconds left. It's Walsh. She fakes a shot, now dribbles it back out, finds Brooms right in the middle of the Swain defense. No call. Thought it was a good no call. That'll be off Swain again. So Medlin has gone from point guard to center now for the Lady Devils. Robbinsville, Walsh will take it. Nice box out by Stiles. And Swain will come the other way, down to 10 seconds now with Hicks in the ball. Dribble penetrates, kicks to Jones. Back over to Medlin and to Hyatt in the corner. Hyatt's shot on its way. Hits Jones on the offensive rebound, and she couldn't get a good angle on that. And that's going to take us to the half with the Knights on top 33-9. And welcome back, fans. We've got second half action coming your way. Lady Devils and Black Knights almost set to go at it. Coming out of the first half, the Lady Devils have Emily Stiles, Gabby Lane, Taylor Medlin, Lydia Sale, and Taylor Schuler, all with 2 fouls each. As foul trouble kind of mounted for the Lady Devils there in that second period. It is second period was a 13-9 period in favor of the Knights, which was way ahead of the 20-0 period in the
We just dug a hole in the first period, and it's hard to get out of that hole.
So now we'll start the second half with Swain's possession. Robbinsville's going man-to-man here. They're going to dog the basketball at every opportunity. And let's see what Swain can get into. Hicks tries to back her way down and cross court to Medlin. Now Medlin will go back up top and try to set the Swain defense, but it has been hard to do, folks. They are far between. Jones for 3 on its way. That one's rushed a little bit. Sale wrestles it away. Nice job, Sale. And she is pushed underneath there. And so Lydia Sale ripped that rebound away and ends up with a foul called on Kinsley Orr. And Swain will retain possession. That's the first possession I believe we've been able to steal back after losing it.
And
Hicks with a 3. Off the mark. Sale goes and gets it. It's tapped underneath to Jones, and it falls.
That's the prettiest we've played.
Absolutely.
It's pretty. I mean, it's.
It all's the aggressiveness of Lydia Sale set the tone for that.
Right.
And now Emily Stiles and Taylor Medlin getting after a loose ball forces a jump, and it will be Robbinsville basketball, but a good job by those two.
Seems like we got a little bit more fire in our. What was that?
I'm not sure what it is. They're still playing, though. I'm not sure our girls recognize it.
It was nothing that we did. It's just the.
Well, the officials should stop play on that, even if the horn sounds, because there are kids who stop. And that's a good way to get somebody hurt, for someone to stop and then have to start again. No screens set at all by Swain, which makes it really hard to run the offense they're trying to run. Medlin to Sale for that one, and Lydia Sale, who's been very active in this second quarter with a possession saver and then a basket. Inside to Walsh, kicks it back to Brooms. That's on its way. It's a 2. And they slap it away from each other and end up right in Robbinsville's hands, and that's going to be on Emily Stiles. It'll be her 3rd. And that should send, I think that's Brooms on the line.
Yes.
She misses it. She is now 1 of 4 on the free throw line, so if we need to choose a person to foul, she's a likely candidate. Of course, the opposite broadcaster jinx works there. She hits it after I say she 1 of 4.
50-50.
Yeah, 50-50. Hicks almost stepped backcourt. She dribbles, spins her way inside. It's off, and here come the Knights on the run. And Taylor Medlin did a good job making that one tough as she ran into the passing lane, altering that shot, or pass rather, and it'll be out of bounds off of the Black Knights. Swain basketball, 37-13, 6-13 and counting in this third quarter of play from Swain County High School. Thanks for joining us. They can't just run past each other. They have to actually set a screen for this offense to work. Jones trying to back Manley down into the paint, goes hard to the basket,
go in,
and
ball.
it did not go in. We got a foul on the play, though. So Gabby Jones, again, continuing the theme of aggressiveness, and that foul's on Aaron Manley. And Jones will go back to the line.
That's 2
on her. Jones will go back to the line. She leads Swain with 5 points so far.
It's nearly half of them.
It is. She'll have her second free throw on the way, and it is good. So Jones puts that one in, and it's 37 to 14. Into the corner, thought about it, improves herself. Walsh at the free throw line. Yeah, I'm not sure, but and there's a steal by Hicks. Good job by Lindsay Hicks. And I was just getting ready to comment that I'm not sure Walsh ever leaves the free throw line from the high post.
She's right there every play, isn't she?
There's inside. Sale lays it in. Nice job.
That was nice.
That's what that offense will give you when you run it that way. Sale with another bucket. Nice pass from Stiles, and now Swain will have to force them into their half-court offense, which we have seen has been a plus for Swain.
Right.
Hicks weaves her way in and out. Medlin sets up. Now they're opposite each other. To the corner. Oh, nice pocket pass. Only problem is Gabby Jones was not expecting it. And here come the Knights the other way. Hicks again in the passing lane. So Lady Devils being much more aggressive. And we see Sale leave, Schuler come in, but what a pickup in that 3-minute stretch by Lydia Sale. 4 points, 2 rebounds, a steal, very active, setting the tone for Swain. And that's
that doesn't help.
4 for 3 in the corner. And here comes Hicks, crosses over, finds Medlin, back to Hicks. Over to Jones on the other side. Now Jones back to Hicks. Hicks with a 3 on its way.
That'd be nice. Oh,
rolls around and out. Schuler with a shot at it. Can't get it. Steps on Cole's foot. And that'll be Schuler's third. So mounting foul trouble in the post for the Lady Devils. And they have recovered the basketball from the lobby. And at 4:36 in the third, they're ready to undergo action again. Into the middle to Sid Walsh, who we advertised a second ago, still has not left the paint. She's still in there.
She is.
And she scores from there.
Right.
Across the offense to Medlin. She improves herself. Hicks thinks about it, doesn't. To the corner to Jones. Jones pump fakes, back out to Hicks. Hicks cross court inside to Stiles, who was calling for the ball. It's off. She can't hit the shot. Now here comes Daly Brooms leading the break, which would be the person you'd want to see leading it. Manley from the corner, and she's got another 2. And the Knights continue to stretch their lead. They have gone to zone now instead of their man, so Swain in a different offense. Jones for 3 in the corner, bounces high off the mark. Manley with it. Now it's 4-on-1. Medlin with 2 fouls, can't do much back there. She runs at it but can't do anything to stop it. And here come the Devils backup court. 46-16, 30-point bulge for the Knights. Subs at the table for the Devils. Jones in the corner, back out to Hicks. Hicks skip pass to Medlin. Hicks from the top of the key, it's off the mark. So Swain misfiring on 3 straight 3-point shots. And now here come the Knights into the front court. Medlin again in foul trouble, and Stiles
got by with
whacks
a foul.
that one out of bounds with a volleyball spike. And we've got fresh troops all over the place into the game.
Everybody's coming out but Gabby Jones.
It'll be Dills and Brown as your forwards. Kaler and Jones are your guards. And Robbinsville will inbound the ball from Taryn Anderson. And they find Maddie Garland for 3. It's off the mark. And Jones
very good box
scoops
out.
That one up and heads the other way with it. Kaler up top, back to Jones, back to Kaler. To the wing to good ball movement. Somebody's preached ball movement to those girls because I know they're going to do exactly what you tell them to do. Jones and Kaler. So Robbinsville will set against the Swain defense. Shot on its way, rattles around and out. Brooklyn Brown, good box out, good rebound.
That's 2 of your softball players, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. So Kaler to the corner to Jones. She thinks about it. Back to Kaler. Doesn't hesitate to Jones. And there's Dills in the middle. Shot on its way.
Ball.
Get in there,
Yes.
ball. Good job, Caitlin Dills. So Caitlin's on the board. Nice job running the offense there by the Lady Devils. And they worked it to perfection. 2:20 and counting. 4 Black Knights spread out around the 3-point line, and Paige Collins working inside. Now they've switched with Orr.
You know that this quarter's been pretty close, but that little flurry they had a few minutes ago, it's, take that 20 points away from the first quarter, and it would be 26-18. So.
Well, we had a stretch there where we had 3 consecutive 3-point shots that we missed that they scored on.
Right.
And that's the nature of the beast. That's what they were giving you in the 3-point shot. We've taken what they were given, just unable to make it. So a foul on the play. That's on Brown, her first. And that puts, let's see if Brown can chase it down, and she does.
Foul on number 11.
Foul.
Anderson.
He needs to blow his whistle a little more emphatically. I didn't quite hear that one.
They're not really blowing them that hard, are they?
Yeah, they're not. So Jones now will set the offense up top with the other Jones. Gabby to Carey. Kaler looks inside. Brown spins. A whole fistful of ball. And we got a foul on the play. Caitlin Dills with a good offensive rebound right there. Dills and Brown giving good solid minutes in the post when Coach Nathan Medlin needs it. Considering he's got Sale resting with 2 fouls. He's got Stiles with 3 and Schuler with 3. That one's get in there.
Good job.
So Caitlin now with 3
points off the bench.
And we've got Walsh back into the game for
she'll go back to her post.
She'll go right to the high post.
No pun intended.
Right there. That one's off Robbinsville, tracked down by Buckle. She will bound into the front court. Walsh, as you said, sets up shot, pump fakes it off of Dills' foot. And somehow ended up with a foul out of that.
I thought you said he didn't call anything.
That one's on Caitlin Dills, her first. And now Robbinsville will
I didn't even see her in the play.
That's whose foot it bounced off of.
Oh, and that was a foul?
Yeah.
Okay, she fouled the ball.
That was a foul. So back-to-back plays. Caitlin Dills joins the rest of the post brigade with 2 fouls. And that will send Haven Buckle to the line. It'll be her first trip to the line tonight. And gives Swain 5 team fouls already. Buckle's good on the first, 49-19. 1:29 remaining in this second period of play. Second one up, and it's good also. So Buckle is on the board with a pair of free throws. Jones to the corner to Jones. Jones inside.
It's like our passes are just a fraction. They're open and they don't get them in there. Just
a hair late.
A hair late.
They're there, just a hair late.
You got to get them when they're open. You got to pop it in there.
Dills from the spot she made that one a minute ago. It rattles around, but Jones with the offensive rebound and laid it. So Gabby Jones on the board again, and into the front court comes Robbinsville.
This Robbinsville team isn't as good as the years past.
No, they're not.
No.
Good steal by Kaler. She's got break number. She goes in, lays it up. It's off Jones, over Jones to get it. Now kicks it back to Jones. Inside to Brown, who was all alone. She fumbled that one away. And here comes Robbinsville. Oh, my goodness. Seriously, another 3-point play.
They had quite a few of those the old-fashioned ways tonight.
And I think that's Walsh. She's got the bucket and will go to the line. And we've got subs at the table. It's going to be Hicks, Hyatt, and Lane. So all of the guards will check out to get a breather. That would be a nifty trick if we could use 6.
That would work.
That would be good. I don't think they're going to let us, though. Walsh at the line for a free throw. She's got it. Now she has 5 for the game. Dills will inbound it to Hicks with 41 seconds left. The Lady Devils into the front court to Hyatt. She finds Brown underneath. Brown improves herself. Nice move.
Good job.
Brooklyn Brown with a nice post up right there. And now Robbinsville streaks into the front court against the Swain 2-on-2 zone. Again, Hicks with active hands smacks that one out of bounds. 19.4 left in this third period of play. Inbounding will be Buckle. She passes to Walsh, who has to fill out a place. She's not in the painted area. Dills with a rebound, and she kicks it to Hicks with 7, 6, 5, 4. It's on its way,
nice.
And it's off.
Don't
but that
foul.
should
Don't
do
foul.
the third
Don't
period
foul.
of play,
Don't
and it will. With the Knights on top, 53-23 of our Lady Devils. So we'll be back with the final 8 minutes in just a second. So we're 8 minutes away from the conclusion of this one, and the Lady Devils need to mount a huge comeback as they trail by 30. But you know, Tammy, as you said during the break there, if you throw out the first period, things look pretty good.
We're down 10.
I think we've played pretty well, to be honest with you. The Lady Devils will start this quarter with Medlin, Dills, Brown, Lane, and Hyatt on the court against the 3-2 zone for the Knights. So Medlin and Lane will play catch up top. And here goes Hyatt to the other corner. Dills moves around Hyatt with a 3 on the way. It's off the mark, but Gabby Lane will track that down and throw it back out top to Medlin, who fires, is fouled on the play. And
that's a 3-shot foul right
she
there.
will get 3 free throws for her trouble. You're correct. As she was fouled. Let's see, are they giving 3 is the question.
Should. She was behind the line.
She said 2.
Really? Were my eyes deceiving?
I think you were.
I thought she was
According
behind
to
the line.
them. Yep, one more is all she's going to get. Looked like a 3. Maybe her foot was on the line.
And
We couldn't see it. I don't know.
Nobody's arguing, so I guess I just saw things.
Medlin's second one is up and good. She has 3 for the game.
That's well below her average.
5 below her average at this juncture. Lane sprints over to the wing.
Gabby Jones had a great. She's scrappy.
So now they work.
Lane, I mean, not.
Lane gets a hand in the passing lane, and there goes Brown had a steal but could not hang on to it.
I think everybody that's come in off the bench tonight has done
But
well.
they've played well. They have.
Well. They've played really well.
And really, truly, outside of that first period, which Robbinsville got into a situation where they were able to press. Swain struggled with the pressure, and that was the bugaboo. I think we counted maybe 4 shots the whole first quarter, something like that. Every other possession was a turnover. Not real sure what we're discussing right here, but we're going to get an explanation. Coach Nathan Medlin asked for an explanation, so we'll see if he gets one, and he is going to get one. And we'll see if it satisfies him or not. I doubt that it would. Most coaches aren't satisfied by official explanations. I wonder if he's arguing the 3 free throws.
I would. I really think she was back there. But
So, as we would have guessed, Coach Medlin loses the argument. Don't know many that have won those type of arguments over the years.
nope. It's pretty much. Good job.
That's Lane with a hand in the passing lane.
She is scrappy. I like that play.
Medlin all
Medlin
the way to
all
the hole.
Good job. Pretty. That
Nice
was
job
really
by
nice.
Taylor. She now has 5. And here come the Knights with just under 7 minutes to play in this game. That one's fumbled out of bounds. It'll be a turnover, Swain basketball. Quickly off the bench is Manley and Brooms. As obviously Coach King not liking what she's seeing out of the troops on the court. So they go back with their starting lineup. Lane and Medlin will play catch out there to move the defense around. And from the looks of things, run poor Annie Hyatt to death as she's running baseline. Inside.
Pretty. Oh.
And fumbled away.
Good thought. Just
Tough
didn't.
break. Again,
Yes.
it was there. It just wasn't. And, boy, she's an acrobat because she came awful close to that baseline. Foul on Lane, and that'll be her 3rd. But at this juncture with 6:12 left in this ball game, foul trouble is essentially irrelevant. And Rainey Cat is up off the Swain bench. She's going to check in for Lane as she makes her first appearance in the game.
I think everyone on our bench has played now.
13 points for Manley. Make it 14, and we'd love to tell you that's her average, but as you mentioned earlier, we don't know that because they don't enter stats. There's something magical that if we knew what their stats were, we'd be able to beat them, I guess. I don't know. Not sure what coaches think. We're strange birds, so a lot of times, though. Brown with the rebound.
Good job.
Good job by Brooklyn.
Way to box out, Brooklyn. Good job.
And so 6:12 left. Dills will inbound to Jones. It'll be Jones, Cat, and Hyatt teamed in the backcourt with Jones and Hyatt and Cat. Pressure intensifies a little bit by the Black Knights as they're all over the ball and finally strip it away and now have a breakaway. Jones will try to catch her from behind. Gets a hand up but cannot keep Cole from making that one. Was it Buckle?
Buckle. Whoa. Whoa.
That's a three from Rainey Cat.
That's our first one tonight.
She greens that one.
Wow.
Obviously, as a coach, that's one of those where you go, no, yeah.
Yeah.
Good
Oh,
shot.
that's really good.
Timeout by Swain. He got the timeout. That one worked for us, but we had possession.
We did have, unlike the JV game
unlike
earlier.
the JV game where we saw a timeout awarded, even though they didn't have possession. And our good buddy Joe Holt, who's doing our filming, said, obviously, if you call timeout, you get the ball.
True.
So first team to call timeout gets it. In this case, we've got timeout. It's 5:27, 56-29 in this one. And so now we've got Stiles and Sale back in from Brown and Dills, and Brown and Dills gave Yeoman minutes there. They did a wonderful job off the bench.
Hicks in for Gabby Lane.
It was Stiles and Sale who set the tone in this second half with a lot of scrap hustle plays. And now they're going to try to dog the ball with this 3-2. Swing goes down to Cat, who doesn't set herself and lets her rip. And here come the Knights the other way.
It worked the first time.
It did. And there's Buckle. Shot off the back iron. Tipped. Saved. Well, at least she didn't save it right back underneath.
Right. That's good. Oh.
And bouncing like a pinball was Kinsley Orr, who would go to the free throw line. Who was that foul on?
I don't know which one they called it on. It could be Lydia Sale, number 25.
That would be her third. Check that. First free throw by Orr is good. Second one on its way is good also. She makes both of them, and now Hicks will come into the front court looking to set the Swain offense. She kicks it over to Jones, who fumbles it off her leg but gets it back. They find Cat in the corner. It goes down low to Sale. Dribble penetrates. Nice soft hook. Doesn't go. But kept alive by Stiles. And now Sale finds it twice. Cat thought about it but could not.
Whoa.
That one off. Sale's got it. Tries to go up but has a Haven
Robbinsville
Buckle.
ball. Off the jump ball. Their possession. I remember the day when I played. Every jump ball you went to the circle.
Jumped it. Yeah, you jumped it.
Can you imagine? And it was so slow.
It took the game down to a snail's pace.
Ever. Awful. Terrible.
Jones back in the lineup for Cat, and 58-29 with 4:25 left. Right in the middle is off the mark, tipped out by Robbinsville. Be Swain basketball. So Hicks and Jones will be up top, and Gabby Jones will now run herself crazy on the baseline trying to get open. She starts out on the bottom of your screen. Let's see if she stays there. Oh, she had Sale open, but as you mentioned before, it's just a second or so late. Sale battles for it, pulls it down, finds Hicks. Hicks is behind the line, three on the way, and they give her a two. Holy cow.
He was behind her. How did he know?
I have no earthly idea, but her foot
X-ray
was
vision?
clearly in front of the line.
That should be a, oh my gosh. Oh goodness.
Yeah. A foul? Say it's not so. Who was it on? Erin Manley gets to work on her free throws a little bit more.
I think it's on Lydia.
Struggled a little bit. And that's a tough break for Lydia, who leaves the game by my count with a 11 rebound night. Manley makes the second one.
She cooled off in the second and third period. I mean, she had 9 points really fast.
It was layups.
Well, mainly off their press.
Yeah, it was all off the press and layups.
I mean, the game could be a lot worse, I think, if they hadn't pulled the press.
Oh, yeah. Jones does not get it down, and here comes the press. The break. And there goes Jones and Stiles to the floor. A foul will be on Jones. It'll be her first, I think, maybe second. And Annie Hyatt is up off the bench, and along with Taylor Medlin, they will check in. To the line will be Kinsley Orr, who is 2 of 4 from the line tonight.
She's on a roll right now. She's hit her last 3.
She's 3 of 3. Hyatt for Gabby Jones, Medlin for Carrie Jones. So the Jones girls will sit down. In case you're wondering, they are not sisters.
No.
Actually not related.
Not even related, I don't think.
Not even related. Hicks streaks into the front court. She now has Hyatt in the corner and Medlin up top. Medlin holds it, looks the situation over, nothing there. Hyatt looks, dribbles baseline, tries, but goes back out to Hicks. Medlin to the corner to Hyatt. Hyatt sets, shoots, back iron, no good. Hicks fights for it now, wrote numbers for the Knights.
That's how they've gotten most of their points tonight, right there, running the floor and filling the lanes and getting that easy shot.
Hicks backs back out, now throws it to Medlin. And that one's a turnover. And wholesale substitutions for the Devils will be Lane, Dills, Brown, and Kaler. And we are going to actually attempt to play with 6. And no, here comes Medlin out of the lineup now. I thought we were going to get by with that for a second, but no, Coach Danny Sheeler caught
3
that.
3 and 3. I mean, a 3-3 zone.
Yeah, we were going 3-3 there for a minute.
Or a 2-4.
But Coach Danny Sheeler pulled Taylor Medlin and made it legal. 2:45 and counting now, 64-31.
I think if he hadn't pulled her, that the referees would have done something about that.
They may have called it.
They may have.
I'm pretty sure it's illegal. And that one's off Gabby Lane, unfortunately.
If it's not, we need to try it.
Yeah, absolutely. Swain all over their scoring average for the year, right at 32 points. They're sitting on 31 right now. And we're not real sure what the Knights average because we don't know.
What was T-Show's average last year?
19.
19.
Yeah.
See, if you had her average with that.
That would help out a lot. Yeah.
We'd be at 50 to 64.
So Collins will go back to the line where she's made her only free throw of the night and did it again. She'll get a second one. 2:29 and counting. Free throw is good. Hyatt bounces into the front court with it, over to Lane on the opposite side. Kaler runs the baseline.
She's the baseline runner now.
She's the baseline runner. Lane to Kaler. Kaler pump fakes back out to Lane, over to Hyatt. Inside to Dills. Dills pump fakes, dribbles around, and it's out of bounds. I believe, Tammy, that we actually, from the second quarter on, have fewer turnovers than we had in the entire first quarter.
I believe that.
Right to the middle of Walsh, who's still in that.
She's up there.
She's on that high post in the paint.
She's all over it.
Maybe if we painted our lane, that would help. You know, you always used to yell, they're in the maroon, they're in the maroon. Well, there's no maroon there now. Maybe we need to paint that.
Just wood. Did they used to be maroon?
Yeah.
Did they? Oh, yeah, we stripped them down. I remember that now.
Yep.
Last time they completely redid the floor.
Walsh has made good on her second
pink.
one. Yeah, it did turn out a little pink. Quickly repainted, though, nobody the wiser.
Right.
So now Swain up top, moving the ball between Kaler and Lane. Kaler dribble penetrates, kicks to the corner to Hyatt, and it will be Swain basketball. 1:47 remaining in this game, 66-31. Swain will play at home tomorrow night against Franklin in a non-conference matchup, and then they will hit the road after that on Friday the 30th to go to Rosman, where they will play against the Tigers. And there's a three by Maddie Garland, and she's on the scorebook with 3, 69-31. The Black Knights will entertain Blue Ridge, or actually go to Blue Ridge on Thursday, and then they will host Nantahala on Friday in a pair of non-conference games for them before they travel to Rosman on Saturday. So they have games stacked like cordwood, and that's because they went deep in the football playoffs.
I lived with that my whole career because being from Robbinsville, we were always in the playoffs. So
yeah. Yeah, we of course know how that is here as well.
That was when it's just 4 games, though. They've added that 5th game. You know, you have a half a season in the playoffs now.
Absolutely.
It's really crazy. I think it's a money thing with the.
Kaler squares up a 3, and it's off the front iron. Dills and Brown will not be able to track it down. 104 remaining in this one.
About everything you do this day and time, money plays into it. College basketball, college football, pros.
And the Knights will dribble down the clock.
There she is.
She's out. And now we're going to match up. She's wide open. They're just content to let this thing go down to 0. It's 40 seconds now and counting. .25 seconds and counting. Walsh again pump fakes. She may think about it now. She goes by Dills, lays it up and off. No good. Brown with the rebound. And here comes Kaler into the front court. We're to 13-10 to 9. Hyatt with a 3. Back iron, no good. Dills fights for it. Brown's got it. Tries to kick it back over, but can't. And now here comes a layup attempt. Kaler roughs up. Looks like Haven Buckle there, and she's hurt as this one ends. That's going to do our final from Swain as the Black Knights win this one 71-31 over our Lady Devils.